What's going on today, guys? We are back at it again with another video for you guys. I know I'm back doing another video back to back, trying to get on the schedule. Like I said in the previous video, I had my son, so I've been struggling kind of getting back on a sleeping schedule and working schedule and trying to film. So it's been very hard, but I've got some good content coming for you guys. So today we are going to be doing another Nilight product, and what it is another mod that I think that you guys definitely need on your vehicle. So without further ado, let's get this box from Nilight and let's open it up and see what's inside. Alright, so what we got from Nilight is their 42-inch curved LED light bar. I believe it's the night version, blackout version, where the back of it is black instead of the chrome look. And I think that's going to look real cool on the front of our truck. I already went ahead and took the bumper off camera. I will explain to you guys in a minute how to do that, what the bolt sizes are, everything. But we got our 42-inch curved light bar. It was packaged really well. It comes with a wiring harness with a switch, everything ready to go with the relay, so that's nice. And then it comes with your mounting hardware, but we will not be using any of this because we have mounts that we got that are going to go in place of where our tow hooks are. For an 11 through 16 Super Duty, you have to be able, in order to fit it in the bumper gap, which goes right about there, you need to remove the tow hooks because your bumper bolts to this mount right here and the tow hook is hooked here. And I saw on YouTube some people cut it, but we're not doing that. So like I said, we got some mounts that we picked up right here off of eBay for, I want to say, about $35, something like that. They will go in place of the tow hook, and like I have right here for you guys, I've already got one mocked up. We just got to put the other bolt in right there. One of the holes wasn't big enough, but as you can see, it goes from this right here with the tow hook to a mount with no tow hook, because when we come over here to the bumper, we are going to put it in this gap right here, and we have mounts that will hook right here, that'll come out a bracket right here that the light bar will bolt onto, but it goes right here behind the bolts, and our other brackets will be right here so that we can fit it, because if not, the tow hooks stick out right where my hand is and it will not be able to fit in the bumper. So I went ahead off camera, took this bumper off. You have two 18mm bolts right here, two right here, and on the back side you have a bracket here and a bracket there, and I believe these were 14mm bolts, so 8 bolts in total. Pretty easy, pretty simple. It's actually really easy to remove the front bumper. So like I said, I did that off camera behind me, and I wanted to give you guys a side-by-side comparison of the bracket without the tow hook and the one with the tow hook. Sorry, I'm very tired. Like I said, having a newborn, the sleeping schedule is really rough, so bear with me a little bit. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set you guys up on the tripod. We're going to finish taking this other tow hook on, put the bracket on, and then we are going to start mocking up this light bar, put the bumper back on, and then we're going to get it wired up. So let's go ahead and get into that. Alright, so I just wanted to show you guys off camera right here. Here's the tow hook that we took off the driver's side. It has 3 15mm bolts, and the cool thing is they're threaded into the actual bracket. So like I said, real easy, real simple, just, you know, 15mm socket with a ratchet or impact takes it right out. So one already off, so let's go ahead and start time-lapsing and getting this other one taken off and the new bracket put on. Perfect. Perfect. Alright, so as you guys see, we got the tow hook taken out. We're gonna go ahead and put the other one back in, or the bracket without the tow hooks on this side, and it is 3 bolts, 3/4 bolts with a nut with 2 washers, one on top and bottom, that we are putting going up that way. As you saw in the time lapse, I had to drill one of the holes. It wasn't the right size, it was just a little bit off, so I had to drill it, which is no big deal. Just like that, we've got our 2 brackets installed, one right there, one right there. So now what we're gonna go ahead and do is go get our other brackets that will mount in front of those once we put the bumper on, and then go ahead and get the light bar fitted in, and then start tightening everything back up. Alright, now we're going to take the little Allen key nuts that they give you to tighten after we put these brackets on, and go ahead and start tightening her on up. Alright, so as you guys can see, my camera behind me died, but we got the light bar mounted. Looks really nice with our rigid pod lights in the corners. We still gotta hook those back up since I took them off when I had the bumper repainted, but if you can see, they're kind of angled down. We got to get them angled right and then hook those up. But right now we are going to go and hook the light bar up. So here's the harness with your fuse, goes to the battery, positive or ground, positive, fuse, tap, relay, and then this is where you were going to butt connect, or mate up your positive and negative. And then we have a switch that we already put inside, which will attach here. So now we're going to go ahead and start getting this wired up, and then we are going to test this thing out. All right, so what you want to do is with these 2 little connectors they give you, go ahead and clamp them on your wires, squeeze down with a pair of needle nose, pull, give some pressure, make sure they don't pull off. Again, tighten them, make sure they're tight. Same thing with the positive. Go ahead and push that through. Make sure it is nice and snug in there firmly. Then you want to take your needle nose again, or pliers, squeeze down, flatten it. Want to give it a nice little tug. You have those 2 hooked right there, which those will hook into our harness like so right here. This one will meet up with this one. This one will meet up with this one. So we are going to next run our harness behind, drop it down behind our headlight here, which should, in theory, come out somewhere down below here. Might actually have to take the grill off for this one, but it should have come out right back here. We might actually have to take the grill off for this one, which is simple. It's just 2 little push clips, and I think 4 or 5 I want to say 10mm bolts up top here. But like I said, I'm going to try to snake it through without having to do all that. There we go. I can see them right there. I'm going to get my needle nose and grab them. So see, we snaked them right there. I'm going to go ahead and take them just like this, positive to positive, and mate them up just like that. Now you could solder these, but connect them. These just came with the kit, so it's pretty simple, self-explanatory. Again, button them up just like that. You'll hear a clip when they're in place, and just like that. Now you could wire loom them, electrical tape them. I just want to see, go ahead and get this running. I will come back later and actually either wire or either put them in some loom or put them in some kind of electrical tape. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and tuck the wire and run it up behind the headlight. Actually push it behind the grill so you can't see it, just like so. Just like that. And then now we are going to start connecting to our positive, and you can ground this, or I'll probably just connect this to the negative on the battery, or the ground on the battery. And we have a 25 amp fuse. So now we're going to go ahead and hop up in the truck and connect these.
Perfect.
Alright, so as you guys saw, this thing is bright. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here. There is a firewall back behind here, this cluster of wires that'll run in through the cab, and it will end up coming out right here behind underneath the pedals. Come up here. I already had a switch right here that was for previous rock lights that weren't being used, so I'm going to hook it up right there to this 3-prong switch. Nothing against Nilight switch, but it's a big switch and I'm not cutting another hole like that in my dash, and I know it's for a light bar, so I already have a hole and a switch. So I'm going to now run the wire through the boot that I have wires for my audio system already going to meet up with the other switch or wire to wire it, and then I'm going to come back, zip tie, clean it all up, and then we will see it at nighttime with this thing on. So let's go ahead and start wiring it up. so we are out here in the middle of literal nowhere. There are no street lights, no nothing. The only things lighting up right now are my headlights, and you can see how bright those are. Pretty bright light bar right there. So what we're gonna do is do a comparison of showing the lights with the headlights on with the light bar, and then just the light bar, and then the headlights by themselves, just to show you guys how bright this light bar is. So let's go ahead and start doing that. All right, so here's the truck with just the headlights on. Pretty bright, just LED bulbs in. Now this is with the light bar on. Really bright. Just the headlights. Now we're gonna turn the headlights off. See how dark it is? Literally middle of nowhere with the light bar on. That's insane just how bright this light bar is. That is literally crazy. Like I said, that is just light bar. I'll even get down and show you guys. That is just with the 42-inch curved light bar on. Look, you can't even, it's so bright, the camera can't even focus for you to see on there. You can just barely see the front end with the headlights. But like I said, this thing, you can see it from a side angle. This thing is ridiculous bright. And like I said, you can see I'm in the middle of nowhere. It is dark as shit out. And look, it lights up the entire road. All right, so this is kind of going to be my final thoughts. Like I said earlier, easy install, really easy kit. It's pretty priced pretty fair, I would say. Easy DIY. If you want to do this, like I said, any size light bar you need, they have it. Nice mod. I would recommend this for your truck. The quality is definitely nice for the money's worth that you're paying. But like I said, final thoughts, I would definitely give this thing a 10 out of 10. It is so bright, and it is, you know, just a nice look and a nice touch to the front end of a truck or any side-by-side or off-roading vehicle. So that's pretty much going to finish the video here. Like and subscribe. Drop a comment down below if you made it to the end of the video. And as always, guys, I will see you in the next one.